So, sometime at the end of last year, I was walking with a friend in a park, and this car pulled up to the side of us. And these couple of kids, teenagers, in the back seat were calling out to us, "Ni hao ma, ni hao ma," in a slightly more antagonistic tone. I ignored them, but my friends turned to me and he said, "What do they want? What's going on?" And I said, "Nothing, nothing. Let's just ignore them." And we did. We carried on in our walk and we had a good conversation. But I think about my response that day to my friend. Now, I haven't asked him this, but I really should have asked him, "Are you okay? Have you encountered this before?" Because my attitude towards ignoring it and not making a big deal of it, that's been my approach for the past 20 years here. That was not the first time I've encountered that. You can tell when someone's genuine and you just want to converse in Chinese. That's great, ni hao ma. But when they scream into your ear, or when you're walking down Mill Road and someone throws an egg at you, that's not friendly. And that's happened again and again, and more often in the recent years. And maybe I should have said something. The thing about that incident was in the front seat of that car were what I would assume were their parents, mom and dad, and they just looked straight ahead. They looked so awkward. They didn't look at us, they didn't look at their kids, they didn't say anything. And in a sense, I guess, they were having the same approach as me. Don't say anything, it'll go away, this is just a phase. I'm starting to think it isn't. I'm starting to think that this situation is probably here to stay for a while. There will be more unkind words that will be spoken, more incidences like this. And at the very least, if you're a person who's come from overseas, it might be worth you knowing that this is going to happen to you, or to your kids, or to your parents, and to be prepared for that. I still think we shouldn't retaliate. I think having patience and building up a culture that is loving and accepting and just, that just sees one another as friends and neighbors. I think that's the more long-lasting, worthwhile thing to be doing in terms of making things better. But to make a start, I think we should be saying something and not nothing. We should be asking one another, "Are you okay? Is there anything I can do to help?" And there might even be times when we should say, "This should not happen and it should stop."